Try to make sure the balance is right. Jab, 2 times, and like this. Then I start going this way. Jab.
One shot. Good. Swing to the side. Turn. Yeah, you're up in the air.
It's like, it's always going to be somebody older than somebody in this life. You're never going to be the youngest and you're never going to be the oldest. And so you have an example on both sides that, you know, if you don't pay attention and you don't know you well to, can you do this at this time or not? You know what I'm saying? You know.
Mike Tyson is training hard with Evander Holyfield, picking up boxing skills and footwork for his match against Floyd Mayweather. He listens carefully, applying every tip the former champion gives with discipline, focus, and quickness.
Here, then you step to the right, and you just try to make a complete circle. And it's just all about making the circle and go back here, just warming your legs.
During training camp, Mike follows Evander Holyfield's guidance with determination, demonstrating faster reflexes, precise footwork, and a strong respect for the veteran's advice and championship experience.
It's about your legs and your posture. Your posture straight and making sure you got a good midsection. You got to tighten that stomach up. And that's what a lot of times people don't understand.
Evander Holyfield says that Mike isn't as dangerous at this age as people think. Fear only matters if you let it in, but courage is what truly brings the fight to life.
If you allow yourself to do that, it's up to me to allow myself to be afraid. I'm talking about at any given time, anything. Whether I know how to do it or not. You know, the Bible said, fear not. It's up to you to fear. It's a choice. It's not that you have to, but in a situation, when it comes down, when you really want to do something real well, you know, fear is just right there, like that, ready to catch you if you heed to it. When you're young, you make mistakes, and when you're older, you make mistakes. Sometimes people forget about when you get older. But you know, you have a choice to make. You know, it's a choice you have to make, and you have to be honest with yourself. When honesty comes from yourself, then you ain't gonna prove a lot of people.
Mike Tyson trains non-stop in camp, mastering every drill, honing his precision, power, and speed, giving his all, sweating it out, driven by pure determination, unstoppable in every session.
Like, Mike, what was the name of the theater that Corbett fought? Mike, he's like, yeah, such as he said the right name. I was like, I could never get him. I could never get him.
Evander Holyfield says, Mike Tyson, once a champion, is always a champion. He carries that fire inside him for life, the heart, the spirit, the unstoppable champion within.
The only champ. You ain't got nothing to look to. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my turn now. How about that? That's what ultimately, when you say the world champ, you don't want to send somebody else across the street say, I'm the champ too. I ain't worried he can say he's the world champ.
Mike Tyson displays raw power during mitt work in training camp. Every punch hits hard, his footwork is precise, sweat flies, his focus is unwavering, and his strength grows with each strike.
Turn. Yeah, you're up in the air.
Check cross the flip.
Look where you are. Yeah, look where you are. It's beautiful. Beautiful, guys.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Sit rope. Sit rope. What's the best one? Good. Best one, coach.
Good. How you going, man?
What's the best one, coach? Roll, up, man. Hey, put a shot, hey. Isso, that's it. Roll. Put a shot. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Look where your left hook is when you finish, Mike.
Gene Kilraw inspires Mike Tyson in training camp, lifting his confidence and driving him to push even harder.
How old you are, it's how old you feel.
I don't feel what the word old. I don't feel that.
No. Well, you're smart going into the new wave.
No, it's always the old way. There's always this.
Yeah.
I could do all this stuff and not have this and this.
Yeah, that's what you need. The will determine the skill.
Yes.
The story of success is be around successful people.
I don't believe that.
No. What can you lose? What can you win from a loser?
Huh? You can learn how not to lose.
Huh?
You can learn how not to lose.
Okay, you learn how not to lose.
Yeah.
But you don't know.
You get more out of losing than you do out of winning.
Okay, you're my friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a heart operation.
Yeah.
But there's a good guy who's going to operate on me. Nice guy. But there's another guy who did 20 operations. Who are you going to recommend?
Gene Kilrer energizes Mike Tyson during heavy bag sessions, praising his strength, demanding intensity, boosting his confidence, and fueling his ambition, focus, speed, and championship mindset.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's reverse. I love it. Next. 20 seconds.
That's it again. That's just like that.
Thanks.
You did more workouts than what I seen you than the whole time you fought Lennox Lewis. Am I right or wrong?
Different era, brother.
There's a whole new ball game. I'm proud of you, Mike.
Mike Tyson believes he is still the greatest, stepping into the fight with fearless confidence and an unshakable champion mindset.
It's a war. Only left the fuck alone. You gotta really believe that. It's all I ever lived for. It's all I ever lived for. Doubt should be eliminated. You should be a doubt annihilator. My mentor made me look at that little man. I want it all. No, I'm talking about it all. You be careful what you wish for. You kill people in the ring, you should kill doubt in your mind and in your soul and your heart. Kill it.
Mike is lifting heavy dumbbells, developing strength, endurance, and explosive power.
Don't fight, I give you money. You f***ing crazy.
Only 12. That's all we want. To the middle. 1, 2, 3.
A little slow on the way down.
4. There we go. 9. One more.
And slow.
10. No problem. Fucking great set. Best set yet. Final round. Last one. Nice and strong. 30 times. Touch and go. 1, 2. Here we go. 3, 4. Nice. 5. Yes, sir. 6, 7.
Strong.
8. Strong. 9. Got this.
We go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 8, 9. One more. 10. Nice work, Mike. Yes, sir.
Daniel Cormier recently shared his take on the exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., pointing out how unusual the matchup looks on paper. He highlighted the huge physical gap between the two, noting that Tyson made his name as a heavyweight powerhouse, while Mayweather rose to greatness in much lighter divisions. Mayweather started his career around 130 pounds and, even as he moved up, never came close to fighting at heavyweight.
Was fighting at 154, and he was severely undersized at 154. Floyd Mayweather was a guy that fought in the 130s to start his career and then fought up as high as 160 maybe. Floyd Mayweather was a small guy. He's now going to fight Mike Tyson, who is the heavyweight champion of the world. I respect these two men so great a degree that it's hard for me to almost make negative statements about them. But I think that our job as talking heads is to tell you the truth, regardless of how much you admire someone or the applause and adulation you have for them. You got to tell them the truth. I don't get this. I don't get this for the life of me, because by all accounts,
Daniel Cormier said the huge difference in size alone grabs attention. He explained the matchup is fascinating because it matches precise technical skill against raw heavyweight power. One fighter made his name overpowering opponents with sheer force, while the other built a legacy with timing, accuracy, and smart defense. Cormier also noted their careers unfolded in very different eras with unique challenges and styles. One rose to fame with explosive, crowd-stunning finishes, while the other excelled at control and ring intelligence. This clear contrast in style, along with the size gap, creates real intrigue and keeps fans debating how these opposing strengths might clash.
Life on track, has a great wife that helps him manage all those things, made a boatload of money to fight Jake Paul last year. It's not a money play. Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul.
While high-profile exhibition fights with retired champions often face criticism, many people take a more understanding view. From this perspective, experienced fighters returning to the ring aren't tarnishing their legacy, they're choosing to benefit from years of hard work and dedication. Combat sports require intense physical and mental effort, often starting in childhood and lasting through many years of grueling competition. Fans of these events also point out that a professional fighting career is usually much shorter than most other careers.
Let them get their money. They're going to make a lot of money. Mike Tyson makes the money to give to his kids. Floyd makes the money to show us, right? Let them make their money. Why not? It's an exhibition style. They got history. They don't like each other. They are two of the biggest imposing figures in boxing history. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, and Muhammad Ali. Right? So they gonna make a lot of money. A lot of people gonna tune in and they gonna watch it. They don't like each other. So even though it's an exhibition style, you best believe it's not gonna count against their actual record, but it's a real fight. And Mike Tyson is not going to hold back no punches like he did with Jake Paul.
The chance to earn big at the top level can disappear fast because of age, injuries, or changing promotions. If famous names can still attract fans in a controlled exhibition, many see it as a smart choice rather than a desperate move. There's also an issue of personal choice. Experienced athletes know the risks better than anyone. After years of tough training and championship pressure, they fully understand what it takes to compete. For many, these events are a way to celebrate their careers, secure their finances, and connect one last time with fans who followed them all along.
It's Mike Tyson. You could believe that. This is going to be a real fight. Once it's exhibition style, so it won't count against their box rec, and it's not sanctioned by a commission or any of that or that. But you best believe they're going to want to. So they're going to make a lot of money, and it's going to be entertaining because they don't like each other. There's bad blood. They're going to let them fly. And neither one of them wants to go home saying they lost to the other one. Mike Tyson has been, making passes at he wanted to hit Floyd at the WBC convention. Remember that famous epic moment where he walks up past Floyd and he's receiving his belt and he just flinches at Floyd. And Floyd don't budge. You're just looking at him, right? Mike Tyson always say he a scared little man walking around with all the security. They don't like each other. It's bad.
One of the biggest points of discussion about the upcoming exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. is their age. Tyson is nearly 59, and Mayweather is 48, well past the usual prime for professional fighters. In a sport where quick reflexes, stamina, and fast recovery are crucial, age is naturally a major factor. Boxing's physical demands are harsh, speed drops, durability can weaken, and the body needs more time to recover from tough rounds. Even though both have stayed in great shape, stepping into the ring at this stage still comes with real risk.
Seem to be, though, is less so a fight promotion and more so rights holders. They hold the global rights to HBO World Championship Boxing and a number of other Comcast events. Basically, their business is they lease out the rights for footage to old fights to different networks or entities. So it is a bit weird to see them involved in a fight which I would have to assume the cost would be close to 9 figures to stage, It's just honestly puzzling, but seeing there's apparently more information about broadcast partnerships to come, I guess we'll see soon who else is involved.
The decade-plus age difference adds an intriguing layer to the fight, raising questions about reflexes, conditioning, and the ability to keep up intensity over several rounds. As fighters get older, timing, reaction speed, and sharpness naturally decline, and endurance can vary, especially under intense pressure. Yet, years of experience provide a key balance. Decades of building ring intelligence, tactical skills, and emotional control in high-stakes situations help offset some physical decline. Still, the stage of both athletes' careers makes this exhibition more than just entertainment. It's a chance to see resilience, adaptability, and longevity in action, giving fans a rare look at how elite fighters handle the challenges of aging while performing at the highest level.
The groundwork to show just how big an exhibition fight can truly be. Now, exhibitions are a thing we've seen throughout the history of boxing. It's nothing new. Even the great Ali ended up in odd exhibitions for big paydays. Yet what Paul Tyson showed is you can take a fighter like Tyson, who doesn't have much left to give, and whip up a promotion to make the public believe he's back in his prime, and as a result do some of the biggest numbers seen in the last decade. The quality of the fight itself doesn't matter because, hey, you're already watching. And at a guess, that's exactly what they're gonna try to do here. In the press release, they didn't really talk about how great of a fight it's gonna be, rather how robust their promotional campaign will be, with weekly premium storytelling, which of course probably will do numbers.
Combat sports commentator Wade Plemons recently voiced serious concerns about the planned exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. He argued that comparing Tyson to Muhammad Ali can seem disrespectful, as Tyson has always admired Ali and never claimed to surpass him. Plemons also pointed out that the two legends fought in entirely different weight classes during their primes, making any dream matchup unrealistic in an official setting.
Outside of watching Mike Tyson walk to the ring and the idea that maybe he'll knock out the little guy in Floyd that Tyson for a long time didn't like. You know, for a long time called Floyd a small little angry man or a small little scared man because he couldn't walk his kids to school by himself, mainly because Floyd had, he kind of disrespected Muhammad Ali, who was Mike Tyson's favorite fighter and one that he would never put himself above. But Mike's 60 years old. And if there was a time for Mike to get him and knock him out or whatever, it never would have happened because they were in completely different weight classes and X, Y, Z. If you wanted to settle it outside of boxing, that's one thing. But now they're stepping into this exhibition. There's not going to be any weight classes, obviously. And there's not going to be really any winner to this. And I think we're all going to lose. I think us, the fans, are going to lose a big time. Because again, I told you guys years ago that there is a certain brand of combat sports that does diminish fighters of the past, and it's the crossover.
He added that exhibitions without real weight limits or meaningful outcomes can risk tarnishing the legacy of legendary fighters. Citing history, he mentioned the fight between Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort under the Triller banner, noting how awkward it was to watch a former champion compete long past his peak. Plemons argued that these events can let younger, fresher opponents claim wins that would never have happened in a true prime versus prime matchup. While he recognized the financial reasons behind these shows and the chance for fighters to earn late career paydays, he stressed that legacy should sometimes matter more than profit. Fans, he said, might leave disappointed, watching aging legends move carefully in what feels more like controlled sparring than a real fight.
Their existence on YouTube, but I can still stand here and tell you that there are certain fights that just shouldn't happen. Evander Holyfield should not have been fighting Vitor Belfort on whatever that triad promotion was. I think it was on Triller, and he looked awful because he was in his 60s, and Vitor got to say he knocked down and knocked out Evander Holyfield. And everybody knows that in Evander Holyfield's prime, he would have done work to Vitor Belfort in boxing. Same with this right here. This never would have been a prime for prime matchup. It would have made no sense to have happened. But if it did, Mike Tyson at 215 pounds, should he land at all on Floyd Mayweather, was going to send him to a different stratosphere. Now, again, we understand the reasoning behind this, and I want both guys to get paid, but this is going to be sad. And this is why I said sometimes you need to preserve your legacy. And I know Floyd says, legacy don't pay my bills, and clearly he's got a...
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.